If you're a fan of historical series but also love to immerse yourself in fiction, this is your lucky day. Today, we're diving into a few hidden gems from small screen that explore real-world events that didn't happen in our world and could have changed the course of humanity. Welcome to Moviemania. Here are 5 series that explore alternate history. The Man in the High Castle is a realistic fantasy that breaks with historical facts with contributions from visionary Ridley Scott. This 4-season Amazon Prime drama is based on Philip K. Dick novel of the same name. The series follows a 20th century scenario in which the Allies lose the World War II and Germany and Japan now rule the United States. It's a masterful piece of alternative history about life under occupation. This geopolitical thriller combines elements of romantic drama and science fiction while making a chilling prediction about the direction humanity would have taken if Hitler had triumphed. The United States in 1962 is depicted with giant swastika gleaming in Times Square, swarms of American children playfully shouting Nazi salutes, and occupying soldiers shooting civilians in the street. The first episode reveals an alternative version of reality through a mysterious film strip in which the Allies win the war. Juliana, the main character, is on a mission to get the film to the right hands after her sister's death. She believes the films are the key to freedom and frantically searches for the leader of the resistance, known as the Man in the High Castle. The plot against America is set in a nightmare world that bears uncanny resemblance to the darkest versions of our current reality. The plot explores an alternative American history where once great nation that enjoyed democratic values abandons its principles and turns into xenophobic fascist state ruled by populist leader. That leader is Charles Lindbergh, a real historical figure. He was a famous pilot known for his historical transatlantic flight and his oratical skills during World War II. However, he also harbored Nazi-sympathizing views. In the plot against America, the writers radically alter Lindbergh's life, making him an American leader who allows World War II to continue and permits extreme anti-Semitic ideas to flourish in the country. The series, adapted from the 2004 novel by Philip Roth, was transformed into a limited HBO series by David Simon and Ed Burns, known for the cult detective series The Wire. The story subtly conveys the dark shifts in America through the everyday life of a family in New Jersey. This clever storytelling allows viewers to experience both the large-scale fear and the small-scale uncertainties faced by ordinary people. The series' relevance to the current period is evident but not superficial. The similarities between dystopian reality and our present are the show's strong point.
The Soviet cosmonaut has become the first to set foot on the moon.
For All Mankind, set in 1969, imagines a world where humanity's first step on the moon wasn't taken by American astronaut Neil Armstrong, but by Soviet cosmonaut Alexei Leonov, who plants the Soviet flag on the Red Moon. This marks the beginning of Apple TV's science fiction series about how the Soviets won the Cold War space race. The show immerses us in the 1960s with its yellowish tint, elaborate sets, and highly realistic space imagery. Real events are interwoven with fictional scenarios and characters, exploring what might have happened if Soviets had reached the moon first. How would this have affected the United States, NASA's future strategy, and President Richard Nixon's decisions? The series also tackles issues of gender inequality in space, using women on the moon to highlight social challenges, such as discrimination based on gender, race, and sexual orientation. The show not only delves into NASA and political environment in the US, but also explores the astronauts' personal lives, offering deeper insights into the Cold War tension and the complexities of their individual experiences.
Now I'm awake.
You girls will serve the leaders and their barren wives. You will bear children for them.
The Handmaid's Tale, based on Margaret Atwood's 1985 novel, takes place in an alternate reality set in Republic of Gilead, which was founded in the former United States territory. Following environmental disasters and heavy pollution, the birth rate has dramatically dropped, making children precious commodity. This leads to the rise of religious extremists who overthrow the government and radically changes women's place in society. Fertile women, known as handmaids, become the state's most valuable assets, but their lives are filled with misery. Armed men employed by totalitarian regime enforce the new social order, and public executions serve as a reminder of the brutal regime. We follow the story of Offred, formerly known as June Osborne, played by Elizabeth Moss. After undergoing a severe training and psychological abuse, Offred is assigned to Leader's household as a handmaid. The primary mission of a handmaid is to conceive a child with her master for his family. The ceremonial nights, during which the sexual act occurs, are strictly regulated, further complicating the already cruel dynamic in these households. Over 4 seasons, the series delves into Offred's daily experiences, her attempts to escape, and her enduring hope of reuniting with her family. While later seasons have been criticized for protagonist's decisions and the unrealistic nature of her survival, The Handmaid's Tale remains a compelling watch due to its atmospheric setting and well-crafted alternate reality. Hunters take place in 1977 New York, where a young boy witnesses the death of his grandmother, a Holocaust survivor. After hearing his grandmother's last words, Jonah suspects she knew the killer, though he never saw the man himself. Jonah is taken in by Meyer, Al Pacino, a friend of his grandmother's who helped her survive the Holocaust. Meyer offers Jonah the chance to join a Nazi hunting group, seeking revenge against the perpetrators of those atrocities. Why is Hunters considered an alternate history series? The show tells the story of a brutal group of Avengers who hunt down and murdered Nazi sympathizers hiding in the 1970s in a fictionalized reality where the aftermath of World War II has played out differently. While the main storyline could stand on its own as an engaging narrative, the show's heavy focus on secondary characters sometimes detracts from the primary historical narrative. Still, Hunters will appeal to fans of high-quality action, and the brief but impactful moments that delve into the memories of Holocaust survivors will give viewers much to reflect upon. We hope you discovered at least one series you've never heard of and that it piqued your interest. Perhaps we've even introduced you to a new genre. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the show with your friends. Moviemania was with you and so were these 5 series exploring alternate history. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.